Morning. Good morning, sunshines. I have this awesome on the middle of my face, but it's okay. So we're here to listen to the words anyway. Good morning, good morning. All right. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and open up with a word from the Qur'an. Let's see what the word of the day shall be. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, this is nice from Surah 27, line 63. Surah 27. Oh. Line 63 reads, "Or who guides you through the depths of darkness on land and sea? And who sends the winds as heralds of glad tidings, going before his mercy? Can there be another God besides Allah? High is Allah above what they associate with him." Wonderful. Or who guides you through the depths of darkness on land and sea? And who sends the winds as heralds of glad tidings, going before his mercy? Can there be another God besides him? Oh, besides Allah? Question mark. High is Allah above what they associate with him. Okay, so a few things stick out to me in this. One is the omnipresence of the Lord, which we have discussed before. How, he is all-seeing and all-knowing of every being on the planet. So everybody who's going through depths or darkness or a difficult time, he's there with you, and he's there to guide you through. And how could he do that to all the people experiencing depth and darkness at once? Again, that is a mystery of Allah, and that is something that we will learn at another time, just not now, right? Something that is questioned, like how can he be in more than one place at once? Could be maybe because of his sheer size, but no, it's deeper than that. All right. And who sends winds as heralds of glad tidings, going before his mercy? Can there be another God besides Allah? So again, this is what we were talking about when we went over some of the commandments. He's asking this recognition for himself, right? In these first few chapters of Exodus, or the first part of Exodus, he's asking for something for himself, to be recognized as the sole owner or sole God, right, of this realm. So that's something that we need to just remember. I always say it all the time, right? I know it seems maybe counterintuitive to think that one person can do it all, but it's very, very true and factual. High is Allah above what they associate with him. So with this, I think of, as we are reading about God in the Old Testament, and we're kind of taking a backwards look at everything. We sometimes think of God as this myth from the Bible, right? We think of him as that. We tie him to the Bible. We associate him with religion. We associate him with terror or feats of greatness. We associate him with something which he really is not. Like, he's very much a casual, normal, maybe not casual, but very much a what is the word I'm looking for? He's awesome, right? Merciful, glorious, all of the above, right? But he's very much just more integrated in our lives today than we would ever imagine. And oftentimes we forget that. And oftentimes we don't associate him with our daily undertakings. We don't associate him with, like, you know, being a part of our TV watching or our dinner or anything like that. He's certainly not mundane, but our lives compared to him are in fact mundane. So why would we associate, you know, this God of great wonder and glory with the mundaneness of our life? Well, again, it goes back to the omnipresence, and it goes back to the fact that we're always being guided. Yes, we have angels and things also looking out, but God really is the true understander and the true interpreter of what is going on here in our hearts and our minds, and, you know, our deepest emotions and our deepest thoughts. He understands, and he really does do his due diligence to answer them and provide the solace that we need. Again, it comes through prayer, it comes through recognition, it comes through acknowledgement of him, is where you're really going to try that, or where you're really going to achieve that true rest and peace. So yes, it's very, very important, again, just to implement these little things of recognition and acknowledgement of his omnipresence, right, of his awesomeness and gloriness, and don't, you know, put yourself so separated and so far off from him. Yes, he is high above what we associate with God, right, but he's high above, like, even this text that's written about him, or even the Bible. Yes, we talk about him in the Bible because he's so involved, right? He's so present, he's so hands-on, especially in these early parts of the New Testament, or the Old Testament, because the people, like what we talked about, really needed guidance, and they really needed assistance, and they were really just, again, in the beginnings of forming society. So what we'll talk about next is some, like, laws that the Lord basically told Moses to tell the people from his words, like, what to do in certain situations, because yes, the 10 Commandments were helpful and they were great to just establish as a broad understanding for all people, but with this group of people, they needed a little bit something more specific. They had some specific issues going on and just cultural things that needed to be regulated. So we'll go ahead and learn about what these little rules are, and they're going to sound crazy and they're going to sound overbearing and controlling and that sort of thing, but it's just really something that was necessary at the time. Oh no, my kitten is stuck in the closet. Oh, there you go. Her claw is stuck. What are you two crazies doing? Crazies. But yes, that's pretty much that. Just a quick little word. Set the tone. Set the tone. Alright, let me go ahead and get into part 9 of Exodus. Yeah.